What's up, guys? It's JMS80 and got some MW2 for you today, some team deathmatch on Underpass. The reason why I've been skipping, kind of like doing a video one day and then skipping one day and then putting a video on the next, is because I've just been, like I said, just preoccupied with playing LA Noire and things like that. Mostly just LA Noire because it's such a great game. Such an awesome game to be playing, and like I said before, if you have the opportunity, you have the chance, you have the money, I would recommend picking it up. Anyway, last time I talked about the Honest Hearts DLC and how it wasn't working. Well, I guess it must have been just some corruptible. I just might have downloaded a corrupted file for it or whatever. I ended up deleting it and then re-downloading it again. If you don't already know, if you purchase something over Xbox Live and then delete it and then re-download again, obviously you don't have to pay for it again. You just re-download it. So that's what I did. I ended up deleting it, re-downloading it, and it worked just fine. It turns out, I think the glitch was that in the first opening area, you are supposed to kill everybody that comes in contact with you, but at a certain point, there's a person that, for some reason, registers himself as an enemy when he's really a friendly and should be helping you. But anyway, that's fixed now, and I went through the entire Honest Hearts DLC. I spent a couple of days playing it. It's great. It's awesome too. If you're a Fallout fan and you've got New Vegas, I would definitely recommend getting this. I haven't played the Dead Money DLC because a lot of people said that it was just really wasn't too worth it. I mean, it can be a good DLC all on its own, but just like a small area, kind of, little tasks here and there, little fetch tasks, a lot of backtracking, things like that. And I'm not really too into that. I like, expansions and stuff that are really, they introduce a new open world to explore. A lot of quests come with it, new enemies and some new weapons. Really not that many new enemies or anything like that. It does introduce the giant Yaoguai. If you don't know what that is, the Yaoguai, they're like these big giant bear type deals in the Fallout universe. They're pretty nasty things, and it introduces, I mean, normally they're pretty big size, but then it introduces the giant ones, and they're freaking really huge and intimidating. But I could handle them pretty easily, seeing how I was already level 30. And also another good thing about this is that the DLC, it raises the level cap by 5, so 35 will be the new limit if you download it. See, trying to think what else. I don't want to tell you too much because I really don't want to spoil a lot of it. It introduces a few new weapons, like the 45 auto pistol and auto submachine gun. The 45 auto submachine gun is quite cool. I thoroughly enjoy using it. But however, the ammo for it and the gun itself are limited only to the DLC area itself. And once you do complete the DLC area, you will be able to return to it once it's completed, once you turn to the Mojave Wasteland. But the only downside, the only kicker, is that in order to do this DLC, you have to do it before you beat the game. You can't beat the game because I have no idea why they haven't done it yet, but of course in the last Fallout, after you beat the game, that was it. You couldn't stick around. But once the first DLC came out, the Broken Steel DLC, you could play after you beat the game and then continue on with that current DLC or another. It really didn't matter. But in this one, there's already been 2 DLCs come out, and still it will not allow you to play after you've beaten the game, because once you've beaten the game, that's it. You can only go back to, you can either start a new game or go back to previous saves before you've beaten it, which I think is really stupid. I think they should have, as soon as the first DLC came out, they should have, made it that way you could play after you've beaten the game, things like that. But the word is, though, that the next DLC, as I fall to my death, wow, that was really dumb. But they said the next DLC, though, will be the one that will allow us to, you can continue a game after you beat it, which is, it's really dumb. I really wish they would have came out with that one first. And it's supposed to continue the story about the courier and about the that one courier that didn't take the package in the game and left it for you, and so doing, unfolded everything that happens to you in the main storyline. Now, of course, if you don't know what that means, it means that you haven't played the game. So I would recommend picking up Fallout New Vegas and playing it. It's a very good game. If you enjoyed Fallout 3, you will thoroughly enjoy Fallout New Vegas. Now, I guess I can talk about this gameplay just for a moment. I've been talking about other things for a little while now. Right here, I'm using a particular class. This is the only... Now, there are only a few weapons in this... A couple of weapons in this game, I should say, that you can get away using cold-blooded with, and that is, of course, the UMP. The UMP can still do some work. Now, I wouldn't recommend using it all the time because you will get shat on if they have a pretty decent weapon. But if they're not paying attention too hardly and you're really, good on aim and good on the key, you can pretty much do work. And the reason why I use the cold-blooded UMP on this map is because it just, from my notice, that people throw up a lot of UAVs in this one. It's really close quarters for the most part. And it just, the UMP, it rapes face from close to medium range, and you can get away, with the cold-blooded with it. So I like to run Scavenger Pro, Cold-Blooded Pro, and Ninja Pro with it, so that way I could pretty much just run around and do as I please, and just wreak complete havoc. Now this game isn't any, it's not beast mode or anything like that in particular. I think I'm trying to think here. What was the final score? I think it's like a 21-2 or 22-2, something like that. So it's a pretty average gameplay of me just running around with a UMP. I think my kill streaks are... Actually, no, I can't say I think, because I've been sitting here watching it. Duh. Anyway, kill streaks are the Predator Missile, Harrier Strike, and Pavlo. See, right there is a prime example. A guy using stopping power will beat the guy using cold-blooded every single time. The only reason why I got him that time is because I already knew he was coming and I had the drop on him. But anyway, yeah, like I was saying though, go pick up the Fallout new DLC, Honest Hearts. It's a lot of fun. Not a lot of new quests and everything. One thing I do wish they would have done, introduced like new enemies, things like that. That would have been really nice. Bringing that into the game, but they do bring in a couple of new weapons. You get some quests, you get a lot of experience in it. Like I said, if you've already maxed out your character level at level 30 and it raises the cap level by 5, just playing the Honest Hearts DLC and doing the majority of the quests, it will get you to level 35. I mean, well, not just all the quests itself. I made it a point to run around and explore all the caves and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, so it's a great DLC. Pick it up. And I hope you guys enjoy this game. 21-2. Yep, there it is. 21-2. Pretty neat little kill cam here there. He throws a Simtex and it sticks to the bamboo. That is good right there. That is skill. No, I'm just joking. That's pure luck. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.